you're preparing for a game, is the warm-up designed by the goalkeeping coach, or do you have your own personal warm-ups that you'd like to do?
I think as probably younger goalkeepers, I think it's probably a little bit more goalie coach driven. I think he'll probably offer a few things that you might want him to try and do in the warm-up, but as you get a bit older, I think you get your own kind of routine. I'm sure you've got your own sort of routine, and you kind of just stick with that, really.
Yeah, this is more personal, you know, because you have to feel well to play the game. So maybe a few goalkeepers like to do more, but we try to do a bit of everything so that we can be prepared for the game.
Okay, so we'll go through a few things. So if you don't mind, you can show us what you do on a match day.
Oh, great save, but Arnautovic denied again. Gomes, totally heroic, not once but twice. Magnificent save by Foster. Outstanding goalkeeping.
You've obviously played a long time in the Premier League now. Have you seen a big change in players wanting the ball, or being more available to you, rather than when you first started, that players would just accept that you were going to go longer?
Yeah, without doubt. It's I think especially, you know, the top sort of 6, 7 now, they're all kind of trying to do the same thing, where it's, you know, that Man City way, really. Start from the back, build from the back and go from there. You even see some of the, you know, the smaller teams trying to do it now. You know, it has its advantages, but at the end of the day, I think you just need to play what's in front of you. You know, you can't go forcing it sometimes, and that's the key to it.
We've seen a lot of criticism of goalkeepers this season already, with Petr Cech and Alisson with a mistake against Leicester. People don't quite understand that it's not just about what the goalkeeper does with the ball, it's also a responsibility of the players in front of him to offer themselves as well.
Yeah, of course, if they want to change the style of play, they need to tell the players that they need to move as well. Sometimes they give the ball back and they don't move, and they just want the goalkeeper try to play from the back. That's no point. If you want the ball, like for us, we feel when the players want the ball, so we have to decide. So, but some teams, they want them to play from the back, but they don't tell the players to move. Oh, you have to move. You have to show them on the screen that they are not moving. So it's if they move, it make a huge difference for us.
Yeah, they have to treat this part of the pitch the same as they treat the rest of the pitch, because they would move for each other up there. Yeah, they have to make sure they move for us as well.
Yeah, this is very important, because it's a big responsibility for us as well. If they want us to play from the back, like the manager, he's not going to demand us to play from the back. He tells us if we are in a good position, we can play from the back. But it's not like, oh, you have to play. But we're going to play if we have a possibility to play.
As well, like some of the younger keepers coming through, it's almost like they feel forced. They have to play out, and you see them trying to do things that you think, come on, you can't get that ball in there. And I think they need to know that if worse comes to worse, just put it in Rose Ed. You know, they can't score from Rose Ed. Simple as that. So don't get sort of bogged down with thinking you have to play every single time, because sometimes that isn't even the best way. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, we've got 2 fantastic forwards. I know I can happily hit it up to. Team can get up around it. It's brilliant.
Perfect. What's next in the warm-up?
Okay, so next bit is just a little bit of volleying. So I'll just be in the kind of middle of the goal. I'll take a little side step from an angle. It's quick feet in, and then an awful volley like that. And then I'll go other side, bang.
Yeah.
And what's the reason behind the movement?
So the little bit of movement is just to sort of replicate in a game. You never sort of just stood there and the ball's straight at you. You're always kind of just moving your feet, just moving your head a little bit, just so you're a little bit off balance. And that's all that replicates. I'll try and do it. So we'll do volleys like that. We'll do a set of half volleys from about 12 yards away, the same thing, just a little side turn. And then it'll be the same thing from about sort of 18 yards where, so say if you're shooting from about 18 yards, I'll take a side, I'll be like, go on then, and then like ready for it, or I might start and run in, or I might be out of position and I'm kind of like that.
So the further the strike of the ball is with it, the bigger your movements are around the goal.
Will be. Just to, like I say, replicate in a game, you're never ever just sort of stood there and the ball comes straight at you. You're always on the move with your feet.
And what about your stance? Does your feet or your hand position change when the ball's going further away from the goal?
You're obviously the nearer an opponent comes to you, the sort of lower you're going to get. So if you're 6 yards yards away like that, as I'm getting nearer to you, I'm trying to close my legs. I'm getting a lower position like that anyway, just because it's going to be, the likelihood is he's going to be hitting it low. Whereas the further away, you can afford to be a lot more stood up. Yeah. You've got to be able to see round players, over players, through players, because nowadays people are aiming for legs. Do you know what I mean? The good strikers, they're aiming to put it through legs, and it'll catch you off guard.
So we spoke about the different hand position when you're closer to a striker and you're closing him down. So once you get close, then what's the course of action after that?
If you get too close, of course you have to block myself. Yeah, I believe we have a different style. Ben has a different one than me. I don't like to split, because sometimes when the quality of the strike is today, if you go down and you move your leg to the side, you are not able to go to the other side if they put the ball over there. For myself, when they come close, I try to get low as I can, so I can go either side.
If you're still able to move your feet?
To move my feet as well. Or I can block with my feet, or I can block with my hands as well. So it depends of the ball and depends of the action as well.
You said about the different techniques that you both use. Now, I asked you about a technique that I've seen you use a lot in 1v1s. You said it's not something that you've really focused on, but it's something that you see a lot of goalkeepers now where, rather than stay in the traditional position like Heurelho, it's more of a split. Yeah. So you're trying to cover as much area as possible. You know, when is the right time to use that and to decide to engage in the striker?
The spread one I think you're on about is I think if a ball's dropped down and he's 6 yards away and he's whacking it, you haven't got time to shut the angle down. You know that for a fact that if he puts it there, you're not going to be able to put your hand up and save it. The reaction time's too small, so you need to try and make yourself as big as possible. But I think a key part of it as well, though, is actually trying to keep your eyes on the ball, because you watch any goalkeeper that spreads himself, he'll just stick his head up and he hasn't got a clue where it could be. And I think sometimes, say you spread yourself like that and you're watching the ball and the ball does come there or there, you might have a chance of actually moving something. So I think keeping your eyes on the ball is a must, and it's a hard thing to do as well, because your natural reaction is, if I go to punch you, you flinch, you move. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's really important, young goalies, remember to actually keep their eyes on the ball as well.
Going to the next part of your warm-up, where would you take it from the basic handling? Where would you take the warm-up now?
Another drill we do on a match day before the game. There'll be a server from the angle about probably 12 or 13 yards out, just from the corner of the goal. He'll serve it half volley, pretty much as hard as he can, trying to hit the goal, trying to score. And then once the goalkeeper has made the save, he has to turn quickly into the middle of the goal, as there will be another server about 8 yards out, trying to put it in the opposite corner, down low. So once you've made the first save, you've got to focus on making the first save as well. Don't just sort of palm it away. Try and get hold of it if you can, and then once you've done that, let go of the ball, quickly turn, make the second save.
Okay, and we'll just walk through it if that's all right. Boom. Is the ball always from the centre here as well?
Yeah, that ball's from the centre, about 7-8 yards out. And once I've served it, he'll turn in and you'll put it not right in the corner, but so he can get down
across
to
the other way.
Yeah, easy, boys. Yeah.
I'm
on my hand.
So move across at the line. Take the hands in position.
No, this one.
Oh my God! Look at this.
He said back across him.
No,
this one.
Side.
Yeah, okay.
This one.
Right,
like
ready?
Ben, we move as well.
And up again, and then
again.
down.
Yeah, there.
Perfect.
It's a wonderful save from Foster.
If you only had to pick one drill that you think is either your favourite or the most important to do in a session, which one would it be?
Okay, this is my favourite drill. It's a little bit of a leg burner, but it's one where it teaches you you've got to have really strong core, you've got to be able to sort of get yourself set for every single ball that comes to you, and it's kind of quick fire as well. So I'll talk you through it. So basically what happens is, obviously I'll start sort of near the post. You can see there's a few balls at the side of the goal there. There'll be a server there who has the ball in his hand, and there'll be a server in the middle of this small goal here. So the server will stand about 6 yards out. The one guy there will chuck the ball on the volley to the server here, who will side volley. So what I will do is, I'll be starting here. As soon as that ball travels to the goalkeeper there, I'm in position, waiting for whatever comes from that server there. So that guy there could put it here, put it down there, put it here. I might have to make a foot save, anything like that.
So it's a reaction drill?
It's a reaction drill, but it's a leg burner as well, and it's a complete mixed bag. It can come
So are you doing it constantly as well? Are you resting in between?
No, it's a sharp kind of thing. Once you've made the save, I want to see you bouncing up, and then it's bang, make the save.
Continuous.
But that's where it comes. You can't just be going like lazy.
You've got to keep good form.
Good form. You can't be turning, leaning back. You've got to try and stay strong, making saves out in front of you like that.
And like you're saying there, but you can't be leaning backwards. You've got to keep your balance forward.
Exactly
so
that,
you can react to everything.
So you can react to anything. Like you say, sometimes you might have to be closing your legs to block it down here. You might have to be strong. You might be a diving save. Like I say, you don't want to do the whole goal, because if somebody puts over there, it's a goal.
So you're just concentrating on where the corner is and the
goal.
You're
talking about a 5-yard goal.
Because if the ball's here, you've got little chance
You've
anyway.
got no chance when it's from 6 yards.
Yeah. Just go for it. Go!
Oh, you... Look at this, don't use that one. You can't go through my legs every time. In fairness though, that's the hardest place to save it as well.
Exactly.
Through your legs, when it's from your legs from 6 yards. Oh my life.
Horrible, yeah.
Don't use that, alright? Promise me you ain't using
that.
Yeah,
let's do it.
They just like make it nice, yeah?
I'll try, yeah.
Ready? Yep.
No!
Look, the serve.
No!
So you made a great point about volleys that went between your legs there. I'm not sure whether Heurelho was aiming for it or not, but
I did, yeah.
In that scenario, it can be a pointer for any striker that's watching now that it's a weak spot for a goalkeeper in that situation there.
Oh, from 6 yards, that's kind of, you see so many goals go through. We played Arsenal, but in very similar kind of situation really. The ball got cut back, took a knock from Craig, our defender, straight through my legs. Because when it's that close, you have to kind of get set. You can't be rooted, but you need to be set. And that's the point there where it's so hard to kind of close those legs.
Lukaku! That's a fine save from Gomes. Lingard! Brilliant save from Gomes. How on earth has he kept that out?
Heurelho, do you want to take us through your favourite routine?
No, I normally take on this one. So you start here, you touch there, or low or medium.
Yeah.
So and then you get up again. You go and touch there, and go again. So this is something.
It's a lot of hard work this one as well, yeah.
This is a hard work, but you have to be quick as well to get up over there. And I got away. Maybe we cannot do this because of the microphone, but
oh, you can.
Yeah,
I'll say that. I
got away, but that is very difficult, hard for the goalkeeper to turn. So they spin, yeah. Ben can't do it, so I'm trying to cheat.
Well, this is something we focus on because it's something that's some keepers like doing, some keepers. What you talk about when you're getting up again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay then. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll do that. We'll just walk through. You don't need to do the dive.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we'll do a couple. You'll be all right.
No, man.
So
look at
you start just a little bit off the cone.
Yeah. I start a little bit there. I come here, and then I move there, or low or high. So normally I spin like this. And I get up because it's easier, it's quicker for me to go to the other side again.
Do you think it's quicker, or it's just because you've not been?
I think that's it's more of a kind of South American, Brazilian, even Spanish. You see do it a lot. Gomes is incredible at it. It's so natural. It comes so. I can't do it. Our goalie coach will try and get me to get up off my bum sometimes. It's awful.
He stops in the middle. He stops in the middle.
It's so bad, isn't it?
Ends up like a turtle on his back.
It's awful. I can't do that, but I know I'm pretty fast at getting up off one fist anyway.
Yeah.
But this is the thing about the different styles of goalkeeper as well, because what suits one person doesn't suit another. And I also think you could either say that. When you're spinning round, when you're on your back, you can't react to the ball at all there. Whereas if you're still on the side and you're on the front, you can still be forward and react. But when you do it as quick as Heurelho, then it can be an asset.
But it depends on the ball as well. I'm not going to get up on that way if the ball is there.
Of course, it's only if you're going back across the goal.
If I go back across the goal, if I need to go back across the goal, then I'm going to do that.
Yeah, it's about, you know, getting momentum to get across there quickly as well, isn't it?
I think basically nowadays it's just, there's so many ways to skin a cat. I think you just stop the ball going in the back of the net. That's all it is. Whether it's top hand, wrong hand, doesn't matter what it is. Stop the ball going in the back of the net.
Brilliant. Well, it's more than we'd hoped for today, but it's been absolutely fascinating. So, cheers for everything. That's
nice one. Cheers. Thank you.
Nice one, Dave.
Good luck for the weekend.
Thanks very much.
Click here for more videos.
That's typical Pereyra.
Click there. There. Not here. There. Yeah? Is that okay?